Well, I thought we'd take you on just a quick walk around the barn this evening. We just had a fresh coat of paint put on the barn over the weekend, and Sheba's out here walking with me. There she is. There's our Sheba baby. Yeah, she's a good doggy. And we're going to take a quick walk around here. I haven't been shooting for a while. I'll show you why. See, there's one of our chestnut trees right there. They're getting ready to bloom. And here's a Kentucky coffee tree. We planted these in 1976. Got an elm there I need to get rid of. Got a catalpa tree here. It's been hit by lightning. I've got to take him out. And I got another coffee tree back here. It's a volunteer. I've got to take one of those forks off. And here's our steel plates set up. So anyway, we come up here to the barn. I hope we can see in here. I'll show you what we're coming in here to look at. Up here in the barn, we've got some phoebes. Got a little nest, got 4 little phoebe babies up there. And we'd like to have barn swallows. We used to have barn swallows, and snakes ran them out. They already killed all of them. So we haven't had barn swallows for several years. And I saw a nest up there, and I thought at first it was barn swallows, but you can see it's got, the nest is built with little bits of moss and things. And that's a phoebe nest. We got 4 little phoebe babies, and they're just about ready to fledge. So I haven't been shooting. I don't want to hurt their little birdie ears. So anyway, that's what's going on out behind the barn. We aren't shooting until those little birds fledge and get out of here. Don't want to bother them. Anyway, we've got our steel plates set up, and you'll see Susan in our videos occasionally. Oh, Sheba, here, Sheba, this way. Come on, babe. Sheba, no. Sheba, come. Here, come around this way, Sheba. Come on. There we go. Sheba was getting tangled up there. Anyway, these trees out behind the barn, Susan stuck every one of these in the ground. I drove the tractor and she rode the planter and she stuck them all in the ground. So here's a cypress. Got a lot of cypresses. They're kind of the trainer. We have walnuts. In fact, I need to do a little thinning work here. We got a nice walnut there that's been guided up by a cypress tree, and it needs room. We've also got a variety of oaks back here, and it's kind of surprising. I didn't think walnuts would do okay in here, and these popped up on their own. That's a walnut right there. He's doing nicely, and we've got swamp white oak and swamp chestnut oak and cypresses and pin oak. There's a bur oak right here. But anyway, the oaks and cypresses, Susan stuck all those. Oh, there goes a squirrel. Over here, let's see, there's a cherry bark oak. I don't know if you can see, that's cherry bark. We have cherry bark oaks. And, well, I saw leaves move up there. There goes a squirrel over to the fence row. There's another swamp white oak. Swamp white oaks don't grow right. They're hardly ever straight. You get a lot of them that fork. That's a bur oak. He's grown up pretty straight over there. And what's that one? That looks like a bur oak. It's grown up straight. Anyway, we mow this one row down. This is our shooting lane. It was a shooting lane right after we started planting trees in here, because it used to be farmed, but it's really, this was like a 3-acre field. It was too small really to farm with the equipment today. So we put trees in it, and we never regretted it. We really like it. And when Susan and I shoot, we're either hitting steel or our bullets are going in the ground. We get, I guess, a few ricochets. They'll ding the trees in here when they ricochet, or we get a guess, they may put one into a tree. We try not to hit our trees. And out behind the farm here, it's miles and miles of uninhabited country. It's old swampland. Nobody built out here. It's 2 miles to the next gravel road. So this is a pretty darn good place to shoot. We just have to make sure nobody's farming right behind us on days we shoot. That works out well. So we're kind of fond of this place. We got the house. The house sits on. Oh, there's a Sheba just found an owl pellet down here. She was looking at that. Let's see. Yeah, there's an owl pellet. Sheba found that. You have to keep your dog on a leash, or they'll eat nasty things. And I need to come back through here and prune limbs off. As these trees go up, the limbs you can see fold down in here. When you walk out here at night, you don't like running into those. But anyway, a deer like this. And we've also got a patch of timber. It's about 5 acres of timber that used to be a wooded pasture. And it's got pin oaks, swamp white oak, hickories, and walnut. We planted some walnuts in there back in 1976. So we've got almost 20 acres. It's 20 acres of timber minus the house place on this little patch of ground. Anyway, this is kind of my this is one of my playgrounds out here. And let's see, let's walk on back here. On back to Sheba. Yeah, Sheba likes this. She's pulling me right along. Here, we're going to turn, Sheba. We got to go over this way. She's not much of a woods dog. She's kind of a delicate little dog. Here, Sheba. Come this way. Come on, baby. Yeah, here's what we're doing. Yeah, got a big old pin oak back here. This tree, they used to, when this was farmed, it was out here in the middle of the field, and they had to farm all around it. And it's a big old thing, and we see before our trees grew up in here, we could watch fox squirrels in that tree from the house. And you can see it's declining now. You got some big dead limbs on it. But you come out here in the spring after the baby raccoons are out, and it's not unusual to see a family of coons sitting right up there in that fork looking down at you. What do you think of all this, Sheba? Sheba doesn't usually come out in the woods with me. Anyway, those are trees we planted there. And trees we planted here. Thank gosh, it's thick. And you see some of the other, here's a couple of big old decadent things that died. You can see there's a bunch of dead wood on the ground here from these. And I know coons live up in there. I'm actually surprised we're not seeing a coon on a limb up there. Come on, Sheba, come around here. It's anyway, if you come out here and you're quiet, a lot of times you can look up there and you'll find the coon laying on a limb. Pretty neat. And over there, that's one of our favorite old trees. That's a swamp white oak that some would call an Indian trail tree. It got bent when it was little. So it's bent over and then it straightens up, and where it straightens up it's a fork. And that's actually a pretty good place for a deer stand. You can set a ladder there and climb up on that fork right at that second bend. And it makes a pretty good place to hunt deer. So that's one of our favorite old trees. Okay. Yeah, Sheba, we need to go back to the house. Ready to go? Oh, it's wrapped up there. Okay, let's go, babe. Come on. Come on, Sheba, this way. Come on. Yeah, she likes coming out in the woods. Hope she doesn't have too many ticks on her. Come on, Sheba. Here's a deer trail here. Oh, she's pulling. She's hot on the trail or something. Anyway, there's plenty of work to do out here. There's bur oak there, swamp white oak there, pin oaks all around, a few elms. We've got ash trees in here, which are all going to die from ash, emerald ash borer. Here's a, what's that? That's a bush honeysuckle. Pull him up. Oh, Sheba. Bush honeysuckle is everywhere. We're finding it all over the place. Every time I find a little one, I like to jerk it out of the ground. Okay, here we are back to our shooting lane, Sheba. And heading back toward the barn. And when our Phoebes are grown up and fledged, we'll get back to shooting back here. So that's why there's been kind of no activity. Anyway, catch you all later. Thank you for visiting.